Okay, so let's go over the wall handstand practice. Okay, now we've already gone through everything talking about the position of the hands, them being spread apart, the elbow pits, the crease of your elbow should be trying to face forward. That means that you're contracting your tricep as tight as possible, okay? And that you're trying to grow through the shoulders. So whichever way gravity is trying to pull you, you're pushing back. So example, if I'm being pulled this way by gravity, I'm going to push back this way, okay? So as in relation to the handstand itself against the wall, obviously clear any obstructions out of the way. I'm very confident with my handstand, so I'm okay with this being here, but normally I would say clear any obstructions away from you, usually about a 6-foot radius, okay? Or in this case, half a circle because you can't go through the wall. Anyway, if you have the strength in your arms, after we've already tested that you can hold this position in a very rigid, you can hold this in a rigid position, and you can also hold this one, right, from this position right here, and you are not falling over, or you're not falling forward, then we can progress toward the one up the wall, right? I'll also show you how to do this with a chair, or a couch, or something else, okay? You don't always have to use the wall. Both hands are planted on the floor, and we are going to put our feet on the wall and walk them up slowly, and then you're going to walk your hands as close to the wall as you can in a safe position. This is about safety, right? So fingers are spread, elbows are locked, and you can have a little bit of form break as you come up the wall, okay? So from here, I'm going to get as close as I can, and I say it's pretty nice if you can get about 1 hand length away from the wall or closer. So from here, my fingers are spread, my elbows are going to be as straight as I can get them, then I grow through the shoulders, and from here, only my toes touch the wall, they're pointed in the feet, squeezing my glutes tight, and I'm going to try and grow here. My eyesight can be right between my hands, and I'm going to hold that position, keep growing, don't let yourself sink. If your elbows are bending, straighten back up again. Focus on being strong through the whole entire piece. So obviously, you want to save some energy for the way down, or when I teach you how to come off the wall, in another part of this practice, or cartwheel style, then you come off that way. But always save some energy for the way down. Second thing, you know that the second your elbows are bent, that means that, or you no longer feel the tricep extension, you're no longer doing the skill with good form. So you have to stop at that point. Your goal, an amazing goal would be to have 3 1-minute sets against the wall. What I'd like you to do is work up to 3 minutes. That doesn't mean you're forced to do 3 minutes of work. It just means work up to it, up to a point that you feel comfortable with. You do want to push the boundaries a little bit, but not so much that you're injured because of it. So, if you can only do, let's say 6 10-second sets. Okay, that's 1 minute of work. And after that, you are just destroyed. That's enough. Let's say you can only do 4 30-second sets. After that, you're destroyed. That's fine. Take rest in between, a minute all the way up to 3 or even 5 minutes of rest in between, so long as your form is the main point here, right? Good form begets function. So that's the wall one. I'm going to do it one more time. Walking up to the top, extend the body out, get as close as you want, but only the toes touching the wall, okay? And then the palms get as close to the bottom of the floor as possible, trying to grow and straighten our line. If I was to stand against the wall this way, or my toes, arms up here, okay? With my glutes tight, I'm trying to get a straight line this way. Same way right here, here, straight line this way. So we want to be as straight as possible through the whole skill. Okay, once again, coming up. Get as close as possible. From there, fingers are spread, and I can start to grip the floor like we do in our warm-up. Gripping the floor, elbows are straight, growing to the shoulders, glutes are tight and lifting
toes can be touching the wall, and I'm going to grow and hold. Save some energy for the way down.
Believe it or not, these are more tiring than doing the full handstand. Because you focus on the parts that are your weak links. So if you can't get up the wall from the walking one, you can also just do an L shape.
Put your hands a little farther away from the wall. Put one foot here, and then extend upward. Now notice with this one, okay, I'm not going to kick back too far. At first that's okay, but we want to get it back to that line, and then we want to play with our shoulder line here so that I'm not leaning forward too much. I'm right over the top, and I'm still trying to grow. Do here. This bottom leg, this one on the wall, is just enough space between me and the wall so that I can utilize it effectively.
Okay? That should be enough for you to practice this skill safely with the wall. Again, save some energy for the way down so you're not crashing down out of the skill. Let's say you had a chair or a table or something. So, let's just imagine this as being a chair or table. Put your feet on top of the table, okay? But this one I don't recommend socks because it's easier to slip. So I'll take my socks off. So make sure your socks are off, and then we're going to use our table, chair, or anything that you have that's about close to hip height, between knee and hip height will be good.
So placing both your hands on the floor, put one foot on top of it. You might have to push into it at first, depending on the height of it, to get yourself off the ground. But you can go ahead and put a foot on top, other one on top, and you can come into this position right here. So this is a great one to start with too, making sure that I'm pushing through the elbows, that I have that length, and I'm lengthening upward as best I can. So I can go into here if I'm not quite ready to go to handstand yet against the wall. I can lift the foot up and find those positions, always trying to grow and keep that form.
So that's another great way to kind of start this journey out and loading out the shoulders that way. That's it for the handstand tutorial against the wall.